Architecture, there are kind of a lot of characteristics of both, so you'll want to write some of them down. Alright, so the location of where art was placed was very important, and it indicated the importance of the specific piece of art. So, like an image of the Father or something like that would go in a dome, because the dome of a church or religious building was really the most important place, so they put the most important pieces of artwork in there. As you guys said in the bell work, which was really good, there was major religious inspiration behind the different works of art. There was also some influence from the government. There was the emperor a lot of times commissioned these works of art, or other government officials. So you would have a lot of imperial influence as well as the religious influence. Alright, so like you guys talked about, there are several kinds of Byzantine art. One is a mosaic, and who thinks they know what a mosaic is?
Isn't that where you paint on a wall?
No, that's the next time we're going to talk about.
Isn't that where you use like little,
oh yeah.
like chips of things to put together to create a picture?
Yeah, you use different colored pieces of glass, enamel, stones, things like that. Yes.
Like enamel the stuff in your teeth?
No, there is, there's kind of like a synthetic substance. Like enamel is kind of like bathroom tiles.
Okay.
So, yes. Yeah.
Is the reason they only used yellows and blues and just a hint of reds is because they couldn't get the glass and those substances in those colors?
I think that it was sort of a convenience factor for sure, and I know the yellow and the blue paint in the Byzantine culture was the most expensive to make. So they would use these really expensive paints and tiles and things like that to kind of indicate the importance of the works of art. Because I know back in super early times, they actually used crushed up lapis lazuli to make blue paint. So that cost a lot. And we're actually going to talk about the cost of making paint here in a couple minutes, after we kind of go through this a little bit. Actually, we already went past it and I didn't say anything about it. So, imperial influence in art. So they did what was called patronage or patronage. Does anyone know what that means?
Where you donate money or
sort of.
give it to the church or something like that.
Yeah, it's when it was someone commissioned a piece of artwork and they would pay you in advance and say, this is what I want. So someone would say, I want a mosaic of Jesus. And you would be like, okay, here's your money, like go out and buy your supplies. Because they couldn't afford to buy supplies like the gold paint or the blue paint without the money in advance. And can you think of any issues that might come up with patronage? Someone is giving you money and telling you what to paint rather than you doing it yourself. Yeah.
They might tell you what to paint or what they want.
Yeah, so what happens if an emperor who's a terrible person says, I want you to paint a picture of me?
I got painted in a good way.
Yeah, you're not going to show him chopping people's heads off or anything like that. You're going to go in there and you're going to make him look great. So this was kind of problematic during this time because you would have imperial influence in your artwork, and that could be good, but usually it wasn't. Alright, so jumping back to types of paint, Mike, what did you say was another type of artwork?
Oh, mosaic? Or no?
No, you described...
Oh, where you go on the wall and...
Yeah, does anyone know what that's called? A giant picture on a wall?
Mural?
That's one word, that's a later word. Mural, yeah, that's good. So, mosaics and murals were two of the biggest types of art forms in the Byzantine era. Later, in Renaissance Italy, they would be called frescoes, and it was a little, it was a little bit. It was a fancier name for them. And like you guys pointed out in the opening activity, the people